Now, yesterday we painted on, airbrushed in the color stripe that we want. And today what I wanted to do, and I'm hoping the weather's going to hold up that I can paint, what I'm doing, I'm following the edge of the wheel with some 1/8 inch tape. And what this is going to be is just so I can evaluate it before I put down the final tape. This sets the tape into position. Now the advantage of doing this, instead of just laying out, you know, the striping tape, well, striping tape only comes a few colors, and striping tape looks like, well, like striping tape, where when you paint it on and you put the clear on it, it really does look, I think, a lot nicer. Now, another thing here, while I'm looking at this, while I'm putting the tape that's going to set my edge, and it's no different when you lay out a model airplane paint job or a motorcycle wheel. Again, this is the whole secret to everything. You got all this old tape, and you got fresh tape. Fresh tape works. Now, I'm setting that edge, and I can feel if it's a little bit crooked just by running my finger along the edge here. Actually, that feels pretty good. And the thing that happens is if you do this 8-10 times, by the end of the 10th time, you get real good at it. You get like Chip Foose, but I'm never quite sure why that is, but old age does take its toll. Now, what I always try to do, the two things not to do are pull on the tape so much that you stretch it. Then the stripe gets wider and thinner and thicker, and that can be a problem, even if you're doing a wheel stripe. Brand new razors always, so you don't gouge up the wheel. And now this, you would think this is going to be, well, hopefully a little easier than if you just did it freehand, because I'm following, and the tape is a nice contrasting color. I'm following the edge right around the wheel. Now, a good thing to do if it's the first time you've ever done any of this, even if you put on a wheel stripe, buy a bunch of extra tape and put it on 3 or 4 times, because by the time you get it on 3 or 4 times, it'll be perfect, believe me. You know, whenever I see I've missed, I just go back and pull it up. It's nice and warm in the shop. When the tape gets cold, it's a problem. You'd like it to be, you know, about 72 degrees. You like not to pull on the tape too much to stretch it. Just keep just a little bit of tension. Now, as an example, when we've laid out some of the really intricate model airplane paint jobs that I've done, and by the way, they're all up on YouTube. I think Paul has about over 300 of them now. But those paint jobs were very complex, sometimes 4 or 5 colors, lots of fading and airbrushing. Painting a motorcycle relative to a model plane is pretty simple. But again, it's still a good thing. Color choice is important. In this case, this wheel stripe, when I did it the color of the motorcycle, I thought it was going to be a lot more contrasting than it was, and I was really disappointed in it. I took it out in the sun, shot some pictures, looked at them on a computer, and I said, oh, guess we got to learn that lesson over again. And as always, fresh tape. Don't try to use up that stuff that's a year old for this kind of work. I want that paint edge to be perfect if possible. We're going to be putting clear on top of this. When I'm done, hopefully you're not going to be able to feel the wheel stripe at all. It'll be completely buried in clear. Again, we always hope for that, but if it isn't, and we've been hitting a lot of rain lately, so I haven't been able to paint a lot of clear. That's kind of held up production on the Bimota, but while I'm waiting for the weather to clear up, I certainly can get some of these type of things painted. Another way to do this that I've done in the past, instead of using the tape, is I've put it into the wheel balancer and spun it, and then just touched a pencil to it and try to scribe a circle. The only trouble with that is it kind of mars the paint, and the tape is infinitely variable. So to me, that's an advantage that I want to keep. Nice if I had some fingernails. Jeez. Now I always double check this by after I do get this laid out. As an easy test, put it in the wheel balancer and spin it, and if you see it looks like it's drunk, do it over. The nice thing again about anything like this, you can do it over and over until you're happy with the result. But now the other thing is, by painting the base coat first, this is the only tape that's going to be on the wheel. I'm going to paint the rest of the wheel black, pull the tape up, put the clear on. If I were to paint this stripe last, I'd have to back mask here. I'd probably get overspray on this. So this, I think, really is the easiest way to do this.